Hey, Dan Hadaway here with Infotex, and you probably are starting to get the deal when I start off playing with an instrument. Means that it's time for You Spoke, We Listened again. And so this You Spoke, We Listened is after the first live impromptu webinar that we did in April of 2020. And I just want to basically say that we learned a lot from that event, and we really appreciate all the feedback we got from it. Our evaluation form did have one question in it, which was basically, which do you prefer, the live impromptu webinars or the movies? And fortunately, turns out that you want us to do both, and so that works out great because we want to do both too. We will start allowing for more time for our live webinars. It turned out in the April live webinar that I spoke for, I think my 30 minutes that was allotted, but it took us 10 minutes to get things going because we're getting everybody in and get the people introduced and that sort of thing. And so we're going to allow 90 minutes for the live impromptu webinars from now on. And if you need to leave early, don't worry about it. We get that. But that way, and by the way, we just might have a dud topic, and so if it turns out that we don't have a lot of engagement, no big deal, we can end the meeting early. Who's going to complain about that? But if we do get some engagement, I mean, in the April webinar, and by the way, it's April right now, I'm recording this in April, but in the April webinar, boy, that could have gone on a lot longer than the hour and 10 minutes, but since we were 10 minutes over, we had to cut the webinar off. And so suffice it to say, we're hoping that, we can have the ability to have really good discussion through the duration of a 90-minute webinar. The other really good advice that we got from one of our evaluations after the live impromptu webinar was, do not be afraid of dead space. We've kind of, intuitively are like, hey, if nobody's saying anything, it's going to get boring, and then, we're going to have a problem. Well, what happened is that nobody was speaking up because they were worried they were going to get stepped on. We have that latency issue with digital internet communication tools, right? And so we are going to try to, leave more dead space. If we ask a question and nobody answers, give a couple more seconds pause, because it could very well be that somebody's trying to unmute themselves, or it could very well be that somebody's waiting to hear if someone else is going to say something or whatever. So, and then finally, somebody sent in it wasn't a suggestion, it was more of a question, can Dan play something besides the harmonica? And so, yeah, I can. See you after the legal disclaimers.